Okay, I guess this is for the Wayne Algebra 2 class. Got a little worksheet that people were working on here. Just wanted to throw the answers down on YouTube. So let's drop this thing like it's hot. All right, we got, let's see, problem 1. We've got 49 equal, it looks like a G, good grief. 49 equals 4 plus 15R. Okay, so what I need to do is isolate this r, get it all by itself on one side. So I think of it as we had a perfectly good r, and then someone went and multiplied it by 15, and then added 4. So we're essentially going to do reverse order of operations and undo all the damage that was done to this r, and then do the same thing to both sides. So the last thing that was done was we added 4. So let's subtract 4 from both sides. So that's going to give us 45 on this side. That's going to cancel. That's on purpose. And then we get equals 15r. Then to get this r by itself, we have to undo the fact that it's been multiplied by 15. The way you undo multiplying by 15 is to divide by 15. So we'll do that to both sides. These cancel, and we get just an r on this side. 45 divided by 15 is 3. So we end up getting 3 equals r, or r equals 3. All right, number dos. We've got, let's see, number 2. We've got negative 11 equals 4 plus a over 2. 4 plus a over 2. Same idea, we had a perfectly good a, then someone went and added 4 to it and divided the whole thing by 2. So let's undo all those steps. And we'll do the same thing to both sides of the equation. First thing we're going to undo is the fact that the whole thing was divided by 2. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2, because that's the opposite of division. So times 2, and then 11 times 2. These are going to cancel. 2 times negative 11 is negative 22. And then these cancel to leave us 4 plus a on this side. Now the only thing we need to do to get this a isolated is subtract this 4 from both sides. Okay, so that's going to cancel. That's no accident. So we have an a on this side. And negative 22 minus 4. We're going 22 in the negative direction and another 4 in the negative direction for a total of 26 in the negative direction. So a equals negative 26. Number 3. Let's see. We got negative, let's see, number 3. We have negative 15 plus n over 13 equals negative 17. Okay, we had an n, so I went and divided it by 13, then basically subtracted 15 from this side. So 2 things have been done to this n, 2 things need to be undone from this n. The first thing I'm going to do is undo this whole subtraction business here, right? So we're going to add 15 to both sides. Adding 15 is the opposite of subtracting 15. And we'll do that to both sides. That's going to cancel. That's on purpose. So n over 3 equals negative 17 plus 15. I steal $17 from you. I give $15 back. I still owe you $2. So you're negative $2. $2 in the hole, right? So we get n over 3 equals negative 2. Now I just need to undo the fact that this n was divided by 3 to get it by itself. And the opposite of division, we undo division by multiplying. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. So times 3 and times 3. This is going to cancel as planned and leave n by itself on one side equals, and negative 2 times a positive 3 is going to give us negative 6. Negative times a positive is a negative. And there you go. All right. Number 4. We have x over 10 equals, x over 10 minus 14 equals negative 12. Okay, same thing. We're going to start by adding 14 to both sides to undo the fact that 14 was subtracted. That cancels. Negative 12 plus 14 equals positive 2. And we have an x over 10 left on this side. Then we just need to undo the fact that this was divided by 10 by multiplying both sides by 10 times 10 times 10. That cancels, leaving x on this side equals 2 times 10 is 20. Okay, number 5. We have 304 equals negative 19 times n plus 17. Let me bust out my calculator for this one because, oh shoot, fired my computer. You never want to trust my arithmetic. All right, well, that's getting going here. Actually, I do not have a calculator available, so we got to do this the old school. Okay, so let's first distribute this negative 19, right? So we're going to get this times this plus this times this. So negative 19 times n would be negative 19n. Let's do negative 19 times 17. So negative 19 times 17. 9 times 7 is 63. Put the 6 up here. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 6 is 13. And then we have 9 times 1 is 9. And 1 times 1 is 1. So that's going to be, let's see, 3 comes down, 9 times 3 is 12. So it's going to be 323. And since we're multiplying a negative by a positive, it's going to be a negative. So that's going to be minus 323 equals 304. Okay. So now we've got an n that's been multiplied by negative 19 and then had 323 subtracted from it. So let's add 323 to both sides to just leave negative 19n on this side. And let's see, 4 plus 3 is 7, 0 plus 2 is 2, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So we have 627 equals negative 19n. Let's see, 627 divided by negative 19. 627 divided by negative 19. Let's see, 19 is going to go into 62 probably 3 times, because 20 goes into 63 times. Let's try that. Let's do 3, and 3 times 19 would be 57. And then 7 plus 5 is 12. We have 57 here. We already know that 3 times 19 is 57, so it's going to be 33. And then 19 times 3 is 57, so we get that to 0. Okay, so it would be 19 times 33. So we're going to end up with dividing both sides by 19. Negative 19, rather. This is going to cancel and leave n on this side, and this is going to give us negative 33. Highly recommend using a calculator for those problems, but I don't have one available, so I guess I'm stuck. Didn't think this through. But then again, if you get stuck without having a calculator and you have to do a video for our students, you'll want to be able to do your long division. Otherwise, you'll end up looking dumb. Okay, number 6. We have negative 13x minus 5 equals negative 252. I'm going to have to do some long division again. So, okay, so we're going to add 5 to both sides. Okay, so that's going to cancel by design. So negative 13x equals, see, negative 252 plus 5 is going to be negative 247, right? 247, yes. Because 247 plus 5 is 252. Okay, so then we have to divide both sides by 13. I'm sorry, by negative 13. Divided by negative 13. So that's going to cancel. We're going to get x on this side. And so we get negative 247 divided by negative 13. So we know we're going to get a positive. So let's just go 247 divided by 13. 13 goes into 24 just once. And then we're left with 11 left over. 13 will go into 117. My goodness, this guy's cruel. Let's see, it would go into 130 10 times. So it looks like 130 minus 13 is 117. So it must go in 9 times. And sure enough, 9 times 13 is 117. Awesome. So 13 times 19 is 247. So negative 247 divided by negative 13 is going to be a positive 19. Okay, how much time do I have left in this video? 10, we're fine. Okay. Number 7. We have 10 equals v over negative 2 plus 17. Okay, so we had a perfectly good v, so I went and divided it by negative 2 and then added 17 to it. So let's undo that process by subtracting 17 from both sides first. So minus 17. So 10 minus 10 will be 0, minus another 7 is going to be negative 7 equals v over negative 2. Now we can just multiply both sides by negative 2 to get rid of this. So negative times a negative is going to be a positive. So we get negative 7 times negative 2 is going to be positive 14 equals v. In other words, v equals 14. There's one I could do in my head, right? Okay. Number, which one are we doing? 8. Negative 44 equals negative 11 minus 11x. Okay, we had a perfectly good x, then someone multiplied it by negative 11 and then subtracted 11 from it. So let's undo that by adding 11 to both sides. Okay, so this is going to go away by design. We're left with a negative 11x on this side. Oops, that's an equal sign, not a z. Let's see, negative 44 plus 11. We were 44 in the negative direction. We're going to go 11 in the positive direction to get negative 33. And remember, now we're going to divide both sides by negative 11. A negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive. So 33 divided by 11 is going to be 3. So 3 equals x, or x equals 3. Number 9. Or as the Germans say, number no. Okay, we got 13, oh, number 9. We've got 13 plus k over 6 equals negative 2. Okay, we had the last thing that was done to this k was that 6 was divided by the whole thing, right? So we're going to multiply both sides by 6 to get 13 plus k equals negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Then we just have to subtract this 13 from both sides. So that's going to go away here. We're going to subtract 13 over here as well to get a k by itself on this side. Negative 12 minus 13 is going to be negative 25. All right. Number 10. We got negative 377 equals 13. Oh, this is going to be brutal, I can already tell. 13b plus 4. Now, I could do this one of two ways. I could distribute this 13 to the b and distribute it to the 4. Or I can just divide both sides by 13 straight away. I think I'm going to divide both sides by 13. That might be a little bit easier. So let's do that. So we got negative 377 divided by 13. Let's see, 13 goes into 26 2 times, and it goes into 39 3 times, so it's going to be 2. We're not going to have enough to go any more than that. So 13 times 2 is 26. Let's see, we have 11 left over. Let's see, 117. And we already remember that this goes in 9 times from the last problem, so it's going to be 29. Okay, so negative 377 divided by 13 is going to be negative 29. So we divide this by 13, it cancels. We divide this by 13, we get negative 29 equals, what's left is b plus 4. Now we just need to subtract 4 from both sides. So that's going to go away. Negative 29 minus 4 would be negative 33. And we're left with a b on this side, so b would be negative 33. Sure, a fan dividing by 13. Lots of fun there, right? Let's see. We got, where are we at? Number 11. 3x minus 16 equals negative 8 times 1 plus 8x minus 8. Now again, we can distribute this if we want, or we can divide if we want. We're probably better off distributing this and then getting the x all by itself, right? So let's let's start by doing this distribution here. Negative 8 times 1 is going to be negative 8. And then negative 8 times 8x is going to be negative 64x. And then minus 8 equals 3x minus 16. Let's get these 8's together. So that's going to give us 3x minus 16 equals negative 8 minus 8 is going to be negative 16 minus 64x. Okay, now let's add 64x to both sides because we want to get these x's together. So if we add 64x here, this is going to go away. And if we add 64x here, this is going to total 67x minus 16 equals negative 16. This is going to work out well, right? So if we add 16 to both sides, these both go away. So we get 67x equals 0. So after all that, we found out that x equals 0. I was worried I was going to have to divide by 67. Okay, which one was that? This was number 12. We have 7 plus r equals 3r plus 7 times the quantity 1 plus 8r. Didn't I just do that? Oh, it was 1 plus, it's similar, okay. 1 plus 8r, okay. I think we're going to be better off distributing this too, otherwise we're going to end up having a mess that we're dividing by, so let's just do that. So we're left with 7 plus r on this side equals 3r plus, and let's distribute. So we got 7 times 1 is 7, and 7 times 8r is 56r. Okay, let's combine our r's here. We have 3 of them here, we have 56 of them here, so we have 59 r's over here. Plus, there's a lone 7 there, equals 7 plus r. Okay, we can subtract a 7 from both sides to get r equals 59r. And if we divide, let's see, the only way that's going to work is we could subtract r from both sides to get 0 on this side and 58r on this side. So again, we get 58r equals 0. So r is going to equal 0, just like the last problem. Kind of disappointing when that happens twice in a row. Okay, we got 13. We got 34 plus 8m equals 6 times m plus 8.